I know it's been a while. This pregnancy is kind of kicking my ass. I mean, I don't have as bad as a lot of pregnant people. I'm not throwing up every day. I can be thankful for that. I don't have high blood pressure, any of the other conditions. But it still sucks. It still sucks, and I've been working double shifts because one of my therapists, one of my staff members is out for a shoulder injury, so I've been covering some of her schedule too, and it's just been really challenging. So I'm feeling a lot better than I did last time I was on YouTube. I'm well into my second trimester. I'm at 23 weeks, 22, 23 weeks. I have more energy, I'm able to work, but I'm also, my hands are really swollen and they hurt, all the time. Not only because I use my hands a lot, but because when you're pregnant, things get swollen, and so I'm struggling a little bit. I was just cleaning my brushes, and even that was hurting my hands, just this motion, just, bringing my fingers in, so it's been kind of a challenge for me, and I've been working on my record. As I mentioned before, I'm retracking some vocals and some guitar and remixing and reissuing my last record, which came out in 2011. That's taken me a long time. And plus I'm a mom of a toddler and a wife and all that fun stuff. So you'll forgive me, right? I'm not saying all this to apologize. But really it's just frustrating. I have all these goals. I have all these, all these aspirations, all these things I want to do. And it's one thing after another getting in my way or slowing me down. Or, it's my brain is just slowing me down. My brain, my body. It's why can't I be superhuman? God damn it. Anyhow, I have a little bit of time today because my morning appointment's canceled. And so I was yes, I'm gonna just do what I want. And I feel like doing my makeup today. I feel like that's another thing. I feel like I've been looking really dumpy the last few weeks, just been too tired to do anything with my appearance. I mean, on the weekends when we go out, I put on a little bit of my Danessa Myricks Color Fix around my eyes, a little bit of eyeliner, and that's it. But yeah, I haven't done a full face of makeup, and I just really wanted to do that today. Anyhow, so I'm gonna go for, a smoky red shadow look, because honestly, that's my mood. And also, I'm trying to come up with a look for my new album cover or promo pictures. And I really like the whole, red blush draping around the eyes like this, around here. So I'm going to do some of that. I played around with that look a while ago when I first started getting back into makeup. And now that I feel like I've improved on my skills a little bit, it's time to revisit that. And also, it just kind of goes with how I'm feeling. Today has just been kind of, I don't know. My mental health is all over the place. I think I'm really overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed by work. I'm overwhelmed by my body. I'm frustrated with myself at the inability to get things done, things that I want to get done. I'm so frustrated because I feel like the things I want done, only I can do to my satisfaction. I cleared out my schedule early September just for a week. I mean, I did take it off, but then I ended up scheduling some appointments that evening anyway. But I have the daytime to catch up on whatever I need to with my record. And Russ, my husband, was yeah, I'll take that week off too, so I can, keep Mister out of your hair. And I was oh, he's so sweet. But you know what, when I'm here, here. And Mistress here, and her dad is here. If I can hear what's going on, there's always bound to be something that upsets me in the way he handles her, in the way, you know, in the way he decides to do things. It's just, I don't know, like, I'm sure a lot of moms out there in heterosexual partnerships, you know, where you have you have a cis dude for a partner, co-parent and a partner, and they don't approach child rearing the same way you do. Like, it's completely different philosophies. I mean, I don't think he even knows what his philosophy is, but it's frustrating because I like to treat my daughter as another human being with the same respect. But of course, I meet her where she's at, you know, according to her development, her age, you know, like, when I ask her to, when, you know, we clean up after her Play-Doh, you know, exploration, and she has like bits of Play-Doh on the ground and stuff, or sand, you know, and we clean it up and I ask her to like sweep it up. I don't expect it to be spick and span. I don't get angry because it's not like spotless, because she's fucking 3 years old, right? But of course my husband's like, it's not clean yet, to her. And I just like, so in other words, I feel like his help just makes me stressed out sometimes. And it's the same thing with my mom. My mom lives right next door. I love her to death. You know, she and I have issues, like a lot of mother-daughter relationships. But again, like approaching child rearing, like she doesn't communicate with Mistra. She doesn't have conversations with Mistra. She tells Mistra what to do, or, you know, ask Mistra what she wants to eat and stuff like that. But there's no like engagement, you know, and it's really frustrating. And I feel like I need to be there all the time so that I can, you know, make sure my daughter has a healthy development. No, she's not going to get fucked up, I know, but it's just really disheartening. Like, it's disheartening to see, you know, this attitude towards kids, this attitude towards my own daughter. Like, she's a person. She's a functioning human being. She deserves the same respect, you know. No, maybe she doesn't have a full vocabulary right now. She doesn't have the same like control over her instincts or her actions because her brain is not fully developed. And like, I just wish, I don't know how many times I've tried to show my husband, we've tried to watch videos on early childhood development together. I mean, like, there's so much out there now. Like, you know, we have more information than we did a generation or two ago, you know? So my view is that you take advantage of that knowledge, you know, and do the best we can. And he's just like, he just doesn't, you know, I have to practically pull teeth to get him to pay attention and read shit. And I vehemently disagree with the whole oh, well, I have a right to raise my child in any way I want. Like, yeah, I mean, you're the parents. Of course, you're responsible for them. You know, nobody's going to rear your child for you, take care of your child for you, but they're not pets. They're not animals. And even pets, anyway, they're not like property. You know, you don't mold them. You nourish them and you teach them, you know, and in order to do that, you have to understand where they're at, or do your best to understand. And like normal, like adults do, kids need empathy from us. They need understanding. They need us to meet them where they're at. Not try to control them, not try to like bark at them. Anyway, that's a big source of stress, and he's probably going to be so pissed that I talked about this, but I'm sure many of you can relate to having a co-parent like that. And it hurts to watch your child be treated that way. Anyway, shit, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with, so you saw me put my Anastasia primer on, and I put a little bit of I am going with the Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place. I haven't gotten new makeup in months, so this is all stuff I've had for a while now. I don't have any of the latest products, but I know Juvia's Place has like new mini palettes out that I'm excited about. I just haven't had time to check them out or order them or anything, so I'm just going to use their old stuff, which I love. I'm going to use the Jamata color. I think that's what it's called, and I'm looking for a flat-ish brush to apply the shadow. What is this? This is an eyeshadow C. You know what? Eyeshadow C. Eyeshadow. I'm just going to use a plain e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. It's kind of flat. I'm going to use that to apply the shadow. So I'm just going to do a deep red smoky eye. That's what I'm going to do. I'm patting the color on. Kind of all over my lid. Same thing here. And I like the blush draping, the red and the red shadow, because it reminds me of old Chinese opera makeup. Okay. And do I want to do it all around I want to do my bottom lid too. I'm just in that mood. I'm in that mood today. And you know, the past couple of weeks has been just kind of harrowing in the news. Just, you know, with what's going on in Lebanon, with all the power outages and the protests, and just people being screwed by their government, with Haiti and the earthquakes. And it's just like they've already gone through enough. And it's like, you know, and I say this from such a privileged position, but I get like, what is it? Empathy fatigue, compassion fatigue. And then what really hit me personally, what was really triggering in the last couple of weeks is the whole like Afghanistan, you know, us leaving Afghanistan and the way we left Afghanistan. It just reminds me of, you know, my relatives, my mom. My mom was one of the boat people. She was a refugee from Vietnam. She brought her siblings, some of her siblings. She has like 13 siblings and 8 half siblings. She brought 7 of her siblings. She was the eldest one. She came over in the late 70s by boat with them in tow. And it was a super dangerous journey. You know, and just the images, just hearing about Afghanistan and seeing those pictures that was circulating around social media, it just made me think of that. And it made me think of like the panic that they must have been in, just like, you know, my mom and her relatives, like the panic, oh shit, what's going to happen to our lives right here? Like, you know, what's going to happen? Are we going to die? Are we going to be killed? Are we going to, you know, because it's just like a sudden, like, I mean, Biden had been talking about withdrawing, and I know Trump signed that agreement with the Taliban last year. So it wasn't like it was completely unexpected. And you know what, I've never been a fan of us being over there anyway. But how we, you know, if we've already invested all this time and money, not just with our time, but also in the you know, the citizens' time, like the civilians, like they, you know, their lives have been invested in this too. You gotta leave with more preparation, with better preparation, and you don't just like leave people hanging. And it's not like we're there. I mean, the official word is that we're there to do like, you know, to fix the world, fix Afghanistan or whatever, to help people. But really, we're there for our own. It's never been a secret that we're there for our own interests, first and foremost. You know, that's not a secret. That's not something that we necessarily hide. It's just people want to, assign more goodwill to us than we deserve. And so you don't owe these civilians in Afghanistan anything, but really you do. We do. And just to see how ill prepared we were to help them evacuate and to help them help everybody get their visas. And it shouldn't just be the people who help the, US military. It should be everyone, because we're also, largely responsible for how we leave things there. And, that was the case in Saigon too. And and then coming over here is not it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy to have to assimilate and just leave everything, leave your homeland behind. So many Americans think that it's so easy emotionally because, it's such a privilege to live in the United States. And of course, yes, the United States has lots to offer that, a lot of other countries might not or don't, but can you imagine leaving your family and leaving everything you knew, like your culture and everything, because you don't really have a choice because it's not safe to be home because the fucking United States fucked it up. Yeah, I said that. So, no, I wasn't there when clearly I wasn't there when my mom was a boat person and had to leave leave Saigon. But, her trauma becomes my trauma. Her trauma, became all of our trauma. Growing up with her and her having to deal with her trauma. And, not just that, but there's some research that's been done on how trauma can be in our DNA, be passed on. So and that explains so much. As a young kid, there were so many triggers for me. I would listen to a Vietnamese song about, leaving the homeland, and I would feel this immense pain. I remember being 6 or 7 years old and feeling that pain, even though I wasn't there when my mom and her siblings had to leave, And so all of this was just so triggering, and I just had a really hard time with it. Anyhow, and then, so it's that, and this whole, Delta variant thing. So I'm a massage therapist. I'm technically a healthcare worker in the eyes of Washington State. And, we've had a mandate passed saying that all healthcare workers have to be vaccinated, which I'm so glad we're doing because, I've been fully vaccinated with Moderna since February. But a lot of massage therapists are just kind of hemming and hawing and just kind of dragging their feet and coming up with all these excuses, and a lot of it's misinformation. And I'm a moderator for a group of massage therapists on social media. One of the groups. So I got the red on. Now I'm going to go with black. That was easy enough. Let me buff this out a little more. I know my eyebrows are crazy. They're such a mess. I need to trim them, but fuck, who has time for that right now? But yeah, there's so many, so many anti-vaxxers, so many medical freedom folks out there in healthcare, and it's excuse me. You have a choice. Being in healthcare requires that we try to help our communities get healthy, recover from sickness, be at their best. We take care of people. And if we bring unnecessary risk into our work and endangering folks, that's really contrary to what we're doing, right? What we've taken an oath to do, what we're supposed to be doing. Taking care of people. Yeah, you wear masks, that's great, but we all know masks aren't 100%. protection. So it has to be a multi-pronged approach, right? Masking and sanitation and distance and the fucking vaccine. Like, this is what I don't get. Like, people who've studied infectious diseases over populations and over time, the distribution of disease, they've studied the science for decades and decades, okay, vetted by their peers who do the same thing, say that you tell us what we really need to do to keep COVID at bay, all right, to prevent the spread of this horrible disease. Yeah, people with barely like a 2-year massage degree, I mean, most massage degrees aren't even 2 years. Like people with 6 months of massage education who've read up on YouTube and are listening to pathologists on some GOP sponsored network on the internet saying, no, it's your medical freedom, and no, these conspiracies, these vaccines do this and this and that and cause autism and cause all these problems. Not understanding causation is not, correlation does not mean causation, right? Not understanding these basic concepts, but thinking they know better than the actual experts. I don't understand the arrogance that how one gets this kind of arrogance to see things this way. Maybe it's just based on, I just have the right to think what I think. You have the right to think what you think, have your opinions, but you do not have a right to your own facts, and you do not have a right to disregard these facts because there's consequences to your actions. There's consequences to not being vaccinated if you're working with the public. You could keep spreading the disease. That's it. Whatever your beliefs are, the virus doesn't fucking care. It doesn't fucking care. It'll still spread and mutate. And I've been thinking about this a lot because my daughter, she's going to be ready for kindergarten next year. She'll be kindergarten age next year. And, schools are reopening and I am worried as fuck. She's in preschool right now. So far her school's been doing good. The little kiddos all mask unless they're babies. Teachers mask. From what I understand, everybody's getting vaccinated because teachers are required to be vaccinated now too. All teachers, public, private school, most child care facilities, including ours. So, I'm thankful for that. But kids aren't able to get vaccinated right now. And now they're saying that the approval process the approval for use in, kids under 12 won't be till the very end of this year. I'm worried. And in Tacoma, where I live, so what I just did there was I used the Shawada color, the black color, to lay at the bottom there, close the bottom part of my lid. And that's going to give me that colorful smoky eye, the deep dark smoky eye. And I'm going to go back to that red and use that to blend it with the edge here. And there's a group of Tacoma parents protesting the mask mandate for schools. Not the vaccine mandate, although I'm sure they'll protest that too, but the mask mandate. People leave me speechless. From what I understand, this whole concept of freedom it is different. It's based on context, right? And in the United States, freedom has grown to mean fuck everybody else. That consequences, that social responsibility doesn't matter. Your individual liberty trumps the wellness of your community. And it's just a real shame. How long do you think we'll have this freedom for? If everybody dies off, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Don't you want to survive to like enjoy these freedoms? And it's like, it's just amazing the hill that people want to choose to die on over masking to protect your children, you know, from a virus. And it's obviously these people are white. Almost all of these people are white. Because if they've understood, you know, not having other freedoms in the past, they wouldn't be wasting their energy with something as stupid and frivolous as this. Excuse my language. Oh my God. People just disappoint me immensely all the time. All the time. Ignore. I'm always disappointed by people. I'm just always like amazed and disappointed by people. And I just don't understand. I need a better red because that was kind of a brown red. Let me see if I need to find. I want a brighter blood red color because it's showing up as kind of brown. I mean, I like it. Oh, here we go. This is a better red. This is the Festival palette by Juvia's Place. And there's red. Okay. So I'm going to try that color. I'm going to use a clean brush. I'm going to use a different flat eyeshadow brush. I'll use the one I used to lay the red down initially. Just the eyeshadow brush. Let me just, okay. Just so the color is a little more seamless. Again. That's a better red. Yeah, there we go. That is a much better red. And I'll go ahead and bring it up higher. I'm fine with that. Don't worry, I'll blend it out some more. I'm patting it. Now I'm patting it. And then sweeping. And I'm going to use a blending brush, just an e.l.f. blending brush, something a little fluffier. Okay, I'm not doing a very good job blending. I don't feel like I am. Maybe this is just not the right brush. Maybe I needed a buffing brush. Yeah, because now that looks horrid. Let me use this one. This is Base Shadow Brush by Real Techniques, but it's nice and fluffy. And so my eyelid space is small, so I use smaller brushes for blending than... And I think... This is getting really messy. But you know what? I can fix this. I actually really like this. I love this red. Some more. I know it's so messy right now. And what I'm going to do is get a tissue and blot. Just a clean tissue. And see if I can blot this off. And no, I haven't done anything with my eyebrows. You guys know how I feel about my eyebrows. I'm fine with that for now. I'm not going to wear this to work today. So I don't feel like answering questions about it. You know. So I already curled my lashes, right? I think I curled my lashes. So I'm going to do eyeliner. Just do a liquid, basic cat eye with my Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner. And again, I'm going to draw a line from my lower lash line up. Draw the line straight out. My hands hurt. See, this is making my fingers go numb. Sorry, I can't talk while I'm doing this, because when I talk, I don't know, it somehow messes up my fine motor skills. I'm trying to make sure I do this in the camera so you can see. There. And I may want to do some liner on the bottom lash line too, but I'm going to wait till I do the concealer because I want to do some more blush draping here. Yeah, I think that works. Maybe I'll do a flick. Just a tiny one. Kind of like that. Do I want to do the fox eye? No. I did the fox eye on myself once and it looked just ridiculous. All right. Okay, so what am I going to do now? Now, let me dab this makeup off. Pick it up. Okay. So now I'm going to put concealer on around here and maybe some foundation and then finish. Try to do a whole face for y'all. I'll do my mascara and all that later. I like to do that after powdering, after setting, because I always end up getting powder on my lashes. And that's if I plan to do a full face. And I am. Okay, let me clear off my... So let's do the concealer now. Am I gonna use my fingers? It's so much easier to use my fingers. I'm just so lazy. I'm using my Bye Bye It Cosmetics Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. And I'm just gonna go like this. And then maybe I'll clean it up with a brush. I should have a clean brush because I cleaned them. My hands. Dab, dab, dab. You know, like I'm thinking about how I want to put out my record after I'm done tracking. I finally got a new mix from TJ the other day, the guy who's he was my co-producer, and he's doing all the mixing. He was also my recording engineer. Really, really talented guy. He's in this band called Aloha, and I just loved them. I mean, the band name is a little problematic considering it's a bunch of white dudes from Pennsylvania, and they don't play any kind of like Hawaiian music. But I fell in love with their music in any way. When I was a lot younger, and I listened to Here Comes Everyone again over the weekend with my family, and it's just still blown away. Just really, really great band. Anyway, so one of my tracks, I redid the vocals for it to sound, so that it would sound more honest, because I think I was going for a really raucous, obviously rock sound to begin with, and my original vocals were still kind of reserved because the song is about sex work, and at the time I wasn't ready to come out. I was still kind of shy. I remember when I was shying about really letting myself belt on the record. I mean, live performances, I had no problem just belting it out, letting things go, letting my voice get raspy, sometimes out of tune, and just really into it, but I wanted to make sure I captured that this time around. And so I did, but it's been so much trial and error trying to get a good recording, because I'm not an engineer. I'm like clueless when it comes to gear and recording technology and like audio technology, period. The science behind it. So it took us several tries, me recording vocals, re-recording, making sure that the vocals don't clip, and finally got a good take, sent it to him again a few weeks ago, and he got back to me with a mix, and I was just blown away. It sounds so badass. So badass. I'm so excited about it. And then I got to thinking, well, maybe instead of reissuing the record as a whole, I'll just release song by song, which is what a lot of people are doing now. And that seems to be all the bandwidth I have anyway. So I'm going to use my Juvia's Place, my I Am Magic Velvet Matte Foundation, which is what I always like to use. I don't have any clean sponges around, or I don't know. Oh, I know what happened. Misra took all my clean sponges and played with them, and cut them up. So I'm just going to use my finger. I just don't have the patience to use a brush right now. And I've never been really comfortable applying foundation with a brush. I don't know what it is. I think a sponge feels like a better application for me. More even, more airbrushed look, whereas a brush, I feel like I have less control over the amount of product that goes onto my skin. But we'll see with my fingers here. Maybe I'll buff it out after I apply with my fingers. So now my challenge is figure out how to promote my music. Like, social media is where it's at, from what I understand, from what these Gen Zers are telling me. And you know, I have no problem with that, except I'm always so pressed for time and energy. And, you know, I could learn how to use TikTok and make content that's engaging with all the cute tricks and stuff like that, but I just ain't got time for that, or I don't have the energy or the patience to do that. Like, I'm fine with posting, just recording a video, trimming it, and then writing whatever I want to write about it, sharing whatever I want to share about it, adding audio maybe, you know, if it's going to be like layered with other audio, fine. But like the different, you know, adding all the different clips together, editing it all together, and that's my biggest challenge. It's just having the patience and the time to sit through, look through the right clips and then what to add together, and, you know, doing stories and reels versus posts, and, you know, I'm tired. I'm just really fucking tired. I'm really fucking tired. I have no energy, and I'm about to have this baby, and I'm going to have even less time. So the best I can do, take a picture, short video, post. That's the best I can do. I'm just like using, you know, making stuff with Canva, like that all takes time that I just don't feel like I have time, energy, like, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm just so overwhelmed. I don't want to be investing in all this energy and time into my music only to put it out and nobody hears it. So I need to get my shit together, and I need to promote. But my God, I am so tired. You know, gone are the days where an artist can be an artist, right? And like even hope to find a label who can dump all this money and invest all this time into you. And even then, who knows if I'd be able to. But anyway, what am I doing next? Now I can drape. Now I can blush drape. That's right. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go with my Saharan Blush Volume 2. Actually, what does Volume 1 look like? Ooh, this is Volume 1. I don't know. Like, maybe I can I don't know. No, I think that'll be too much. Maybe I'll use some of that as bronzer, like some of the sparkly ones. But so I'll use Lena. Let's see. First, what do I want to do first? First, I think I'm going to use a smaller brush to contour. And I think I'm going to use this color to contour. So this is, yeah, Saharan Blush Volume 2, and the color is called Yara. And I'm gonna just contour a little bit, just in this little dip in under my zygomatic arch, my cheekbone. That's enough. Do I want to contour my double chin? Yeah, nah, that's okay. Oh, that's all right. I'll live with it. I don't mind my double chin. And I'm going to use a smaller brush. This is a deluxe crease brush. This is actually for your eyelid by Real Techniques. This was also by Real Techniques, number 402. That's what I use for contouring. So I'm going to use the same color. And I know Juvia's Place has like contour blush duos now too that have gotten really great reviews, and I want to try them. But like I said, I have not tried any new products in a long time. So I'm going to contour my nose a little bit. Just a little. There we go. It's kind of a reddish tone from here. I don't know if it looks reddish in there, so maybe it may not have been the best choice for contouring, but you know what, so what. So now I'm going to go with this to blush around here, to drape around here. I'm going to use that brush I use for contouring. Make sure I clean it off because I like the fluffiness of this and the size. So now I'm going to use this color, Towel. And put it right under here. And I'm going to sweep it all the way up. Why not? I really like that. I really like that. I need to do something about this area here. I don't know what to do there. I just grabbed a clean brush to kind of buff things out here. Move the color around. I'm going to go back to that red from the Festival palette, the Izafa color from the Festival palette. I'm going to stamp it. Another clean brush to clean this up. I think that's enough blush draping. I think. And then, I like it. I do. Now for the actual blush color, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll go with Lena from the same Saharan 2 palette. I'm going to use the same brush I used to, because I kind of want the colors to harmonize a little more. So, just a little. So this one will go down here, just below this, and maybe I'll sweep it up too. Yeah, I'll sweep it up. Okay, that contouring looks a little severe. It's okay. a clean brush, just to clean up the edges. This is just a precision blush brush by, I forget, Pure. I got it off of TJ Maxx, off their clearance in the makeup section one day, I think. Now I'm going to use Zoba, this color. It's kind of sparkly. Dab it on the apples of my cheeks here. I like that. Ooh, I like it. Okay. And then maybe I'll put it on, dab with my finger right here. Boop, 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 boop. Just to highlight some. I should do something on my eyebrows. My eyebrows are just god-awful. And I need more concealer. Or maybe I'll just use the foundation to cover this here. This is just a tiny concealer brush by e.l.f. I like to use cheap brushes, yes, I know. It's just, I mean, it's not like I do makeup for a living or that I have to be wearing fancy makeup every day of my life, so I'm fine with not investing a whole lot of money into my brushes. Do I want to? I'll conceal. Maybe I'll conceal after I draw my. I hate drawing my eyebrows. I just always end up feeling like I overdid it. Where the fuck is it? My proof. Here, proof it. And I'm not going to try to brush it up or anything. Just not going to try to I just keep my eyebrows. I feel like I'm happiest when that's all I do. I don't like doing a ton of shit to my eyebrows. All right. I have not. See, what haven't I done? I have not powdered. Nope, I have not. I guess I should do that. I'll powder now. Before I put lipstick on. This is going to be a really long video, I know. Highlighter shimmer powder. Fuck. Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot to put primer on underneath my foundation, but you know what? This is just for YouTube. I'm gonna take this off. Where's my powder? I had like really, really good powder by Pure. Oh, there it is. By Becca, I'm sorry. I get them mixed up. It's the Hydra Mist, because my skin sometimes gets dry. So what am I going to use? I'm going to use a smaller brush so that I don't overdo it. Oh, I should have. I really like this brush, but I already did blush on it. Need to clean it. Oh, fucker. That's all right. I'm going to dip a little bit in this, tap off the excess. Yeah, primer makes a huge difference in how your skin looks after foundation. And I didn't do that, so blend shit in here. My contour looked kind of strong, so. And you know what I'm going to do? I am going to clean up under my eyebrows. Shit. What's this? But with what? What am I going to do it with? Okay. Let me go back to maybe something. Maybe I'll use the silver color from the Festival palette. I'm just going to use this eyeshadow brush. It's just an eyeshadow C brush. Just patting it in. Pat, 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 just a little bit. I know it's not really in to highlight your brow bone anymore, but it'll at least make the red cleaner. Oops. And you know what? I want to do a little more under my eyes. I'm going to use a smaller precision. This one is an e.l.f. smudge brush. It's small. You use it to smudge your shadow, and I just want to smudge this a little more. With the red. All right. Go ahead and put mascara on just for shits and giggles, just to really complete the look. I mean, I could go with some false lashes, but who fucking has time for that right now? Ah! And then for my lips, I want to keep it on the lighter side. I don't really want to go dark with my lips today. I just don't know what to use though. I'm going to go with use my nude. Is this all? No, that's an eye pencil. I don't want to use that. Is this also an eye pencil? Physician's Formula, Champagne, gel liner. Nope, I don't want to use that. Maybe just a peach. Nah, I don't want that. Ugh. Oh no, I want to go dark, like my feelings. What other colors do I have? Blue? Nah. Well, let's just go with a nude. Let's see how a nude looks. This is a Black Radiance, sorry. Black Radiance Perfect Tone Matte Lip Cream. And I scrubbed my lips earlier today. I had blueberries for breakfast with Mishra, and they're still on my lips. I'm not happy with that. I know I have a lip topper somewhere that I could use. Or do I want to go dramatic? Or maybe I'll go dark purple. Actually, yeah, dark purple I think would be nice. Where's my, I got the lip bar in a really pretty dark purple color. I don't know what happened to it though. Where are you, lip bar? Yeah, just for shits and giggles. Yeah, because this is a nice warm purple. Yeah, I just went right over my nude lipstick, my matte lip cream, because I'm too lazy right now. And I also don't want to make you wait. And I'm too lazy to edit. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to have to use my lipstick brush. Okay, we're done. This is it. So the lip color I used was the Lip Bar in color Drama Queen. Prima Donna. Prima Donna. So here's my look. I'm quite happy with it. I'm glad I took this time to just pretty myself up because I feel better. And thank you for letting me vent. This was a long one. I hope you got a lot out of it and see what I did with my makeup, and maybe you'll see this look on my album cover in the future or something, or a promo. But I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. I like it. Yeah. Bye.